If 25 men with 10 boys can do in 6 days as much as 21 men with 30 boys can do in 5 days, how many boys must help 40 men to do the same work in 4 days? So what I thought we could do is, um, it looks like a puzzle really, but so the if we said that the sort of amount of work the men do is X and the boys do is Y, and if we see where it goes from there. So suppose one man in one day. So if I write one man in one day, so does X work. Now it's not probably very correct, just any amount. I mean, it's just to put an amount on the amount of work done. So I just denote it as X. Okay, and in the same way, if I could denote the work done by the boy, one boy. So one boy one day does Y amount of work. Okay, so then you will see a lot of things can be expressed very easily. How much work 25 men will do, how much 10 boys will do, and that will be quite simple. And then we will equate it, and we will get the answer, I hope. Okay, so 25 men, so one man in one day does X work, so 25 men in 6 days will do 25 times 6x, so that equals 150x work, and we just write work, keep it like that. So, and then if we look at 21, then we look at what 10 boys can do. So 10 boys in 6 days would do 6 times 10 times y, that is 60y work. Okay, so we got 25 men, we got 10 boys, so 25 men with 10 boys will do, so 25, so we use another color, so 25 men with 10 boys will do in 6 days will do 150x plus 60y work. Then let us do the other part. So 21 men with 30 boys in 5 days. So if we write that out, so 21 men in 5 days would do 21 times 5 times x, that is 105x work, and similarly 30 boys in 5 days would do equal to 30 times 5y, that is 150y work. So together 21 men with 30 boys. So I can write 21 men with 30 boys would do in 5 days. So this is 5. Would do 105x plus 150y. Now these two amounts of work are the same, they're equal. So I can equate, so I can write equating 150x plus 60y would equal 105x plus 150y. So collecting the x and y terms to one side, so 150 minus 105 would give me 45x equals 150 minus 60, that is 90y. So x is 2y. So the man would do work, twice as much work as what the boy would do. So x is 2y, okay? So that's great. So now let's find the work in terms of one variable. We have now that in terms of x and y. So suppose we have it all in terms of y. So then work, so if I write work would be 150 times 2y plus 60y, and that is equal to 360y. So that is the work. Now we have to remember this. That is a total work that they are supposed to do, that they can do in 6 days, the work that can be done in 5 days, the same work. So that work is 360y. So now the question is, this 360y of work is done by 40 men, and then how many more boys would be needed to do this 360y of work so that they can finish it in 4 days. So the work is 360y. So let's find out 40 men in 4 days, how much can they do? So let me write it out. So we can do 40 men in 4 days would do 40 times 4x, so that is 160x, because the men do x amount of work. So instead of x we put in x is 2y, so that is equal to 160 times 2y, and that is 320y. So remaining work where the boys would be needed, remaining work would be 360y minus 320y, and that is 40y. So the boys, one boy in 1 day does y work. So let's go back to our statement, one boy in 1 day does y work. So when we go back to that statement, here it would mean one boy in 4 days would do 4y work. So now if we reverse the statement, so you can write, if I reverse the statement, it would look like 4y work is done in 4 days by one boy. So instead of 4y, it is it's 40y. So 40y work will be done in 4 days by 1 out of 4 y times 40y, and that is 10 boys. So the answer is 10 boys. So how many boys? The answer is 10 boys.